Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway reveals record $157 billion cash pile as the investor hunts in vain for bargains. Business Insider. Warren Buffett and his team sold over $5 billion of stocks on a net basis last quarter, boosting the IR mountain of cash and treasuries to a new high. Below are your comments. Nothing wrong with keeping a pile of cash on hand for opportunities, emergencies, rainy day fund. Especially if all aspects of his businesses are running properly. Too bad our government, politicians, bureaucrats, are incapable of operating with the same mindset and discipline. With short-term money markets paying 5.5%, it's got to be difficult to find Buffett-style companies that figure to be a safe bet to do better. Warren knows everything is overvalued, so he's keeping cash in fixed investments. When he starts buying, I'll start buying. He didn't become the most famous of investors by overpaying for assets. I know I need to keep more cash in case there is a market crash. I guess I am too impatient, but getting a bit wiser with age. Hopefully this article will be a good reminder for me to increase my cash reserves. I have too little cash. And cash is still king, especially in a crash. If I am 90 years old and have that kind of money, I wouldn't worry too much about what's going to happen tomorrow. I guess he's got obligations for his employees and investors. Or maybe it's fun for him. Next news. How long will $10 million last me if I retire at 50? Smart asset. If you have multiple millions set aside for retirement, you may still feel a little nervous at the possibility of giving up a steady paycheck at age 50. After all, many resources that people use for retirement, such as traditional retirement, continue reading right pointing arrow. The post is $10 million enough for you to retire at 50? Appeared first on Smart Asset blog. Below are your comments. I'm 102, have a $86,000 mortgage, $65,000 in CC debt. I have $145 in a savings account and my income is $417 a month in SS. Is it too late for me to start saving for retirement? Dear Smart Asset, I'm 67 and have savings of approximately $37 million. I have $300 fort on my 30-year mortgage, $15,000 left on my car payment, and have a cocaine and heroin habit that earns me about $2,000 per day, give or take, and also frequent the local brothels. Obviously no. One would need $100 million to retire comfortably. Because you would need 4 luxury homes in Hawaii, the PNW, Arizona and maybe the East Coast or ASP. Then you would need the money for maintenance and taxes of the homes. Then because you would be traveling a lot you need lots of mo. I don't even have to read the article. The answer is no. No one could possibly retire on $10 million. It takes at least $100 billion to lead even a simple life. Next news. A $1.8 billion earthquake just hit the real estate industry. Business Insider. A seismic decision in a massive class action lawsuit could save home buyers and sellers billions of dollars each year. But the fight is far from over. Below are your comments. In other countries, they pay half the real estate fees that we pay in the United States. It was just a matter of time before real estate fees came down. This is especially true since the MLS isn't as exclusive as it once was. For example, buyers can go online and view houses without access to the MLS. If a seller signed a contract stating that you agree to pay your realtor 5 or 6% or less, then why is it such a big deal? My real estate agent family members and friends always explain to their sellers how it works. As a seller, you have your agent, and the buyer has their agent. That way, why? I guarantee if this verdict were to stay, it will end up costing buyers more in the long run because buying agents will need to get paid. Also, a typical transaction now pays out between 4 to 5%. Around 2% of that goes to the buying agent, and then that is typically cut in half and paid out to real. Good. Buyers should have to pay their own agent. The system is rigged. Don't think so? Then how come Realtors Association is spending a lot of money to fight the lawsuits? Next news. Clean energy is the future, but stocks aren't acting like it. Here's why. Business Insider. High interest rates, regulatory hurdles, and inflation have all bogged down the clean energy sector this year. Below are your comments. If wind and solar power are so inexpensive, why are they so expensive? Because clean energy is not cost competitive, and price matters. Anybody that invests in these green energy sector investments should be aware that these investments can only be profitable when there is a left-wing or progressive federal or state government supporting them. Bar that, none of these firms can be profitable because wind and solar power is extreme. Green, clean energy is often not clean in the big picture, and merely moves the associated pollution to China. More importantly, a significant number of people around the globe are realizing that the climate crisis is a scam and a power grab. It is a slightly modified version of useless Aztec PR. There is no such thing as clean energy. In addition, wind and solar are unreliable, require excessive maintenance and have short lifetimes. Now add in the fact that new evidence shows fossil fuels do not cause climate change, and you can see why those investments are poor. Next news. 6 strategies to help lower RMD taxes. Smart Asset. Individual retirement accounts, IRAs, 401(k) and other workplace plans can help you build wealth for the future while enjoying some tax benefits. Below are your comments. We have been making annual Roth conversions since we retired 9 years ago. We had large 401 kiloseconds that have continued to grow, but ideally we should have reduced our RMDs by half. Y72. If the market drops within the next year or so, we will transfer more directly as stock between an IRA and Roth IRA and start taking it out earlier if you retire early. Spread it out to stay in a lower tax bracket. A seventh strategy they didn't mention is to save some of your retirement funds in a normal after-tax brokerage account. Long-term capital gains rates will be lower than your income tax rates if you If you are planning to make a charitable contribution from your personal funds and instead use your retirement, it's at best a wash as you lose the charitable deduction from your taxes. In NJ, it will actually cost you additional taxes as the state doesn't recognize QCDs, qualified tax deductions. Next news. Iowa bank failure tied to bad trucking loans. Freight waves. Trucking bloodbath expands to lenders as industry experiences one of the sharpest downturns in history. The post-Iowa bank failure tied to bad trucking loans appeared first on freight waves. Below are your comments. Only the beginning. It starts very slowly until it falls off a cliff. What confuses me is that the top 4 public trucking companies, ODFL, Saia, TFII, XPO, are all at or near all-time highs. Doesn't make any sense. What do you expect with Joe Biden at the helm? It's not just the trucking industry. His catastrophic failures extend all the way down to the poorest families. The only solution to these problems is a fair and honest ballot box in 2024. And pray that we can hold out until 2025. We can thank BlackRock and Vanguard for destroying residential houses. Not one article on restrictions for buying up residential properties for these hot dog companies. Progressive news. My rear. Yahoo supports BlackRock and Vanguard just like the GOP does. What does this story have to do with CFG, other than be misinformation? Typical Yahoo. Next news. FedEx tells pilots to switch to American Airlines feeder operator. Freight waves. FedEx pilots are experiencing significant pay decreases because there isn't enough flying to go around. ND. The company is pushing Bleep-It crews to take jobs at a regional passenger airline. The Post. FedEx tells pilots to switch to American Airlines feeder operator appeared first on freight waves. Below are your comments. At least with FedEx, they didn't have to divert due to an unruly package. No pilot needs that kind of headache. Same thing at UPS. After the strike fears and UAW deal, UPS laid off 152 pilots. Shipping is way too much money any longer. We used to ship gifts, we stopped. We now let Amazon ship direct. $80.00 for an overnight letter, $28 to send a regular 12 by 12 box weighing 3 pounds regular grow. ND freight. Maybe if FedEx lowered their prices they would ship more. Who can afford them? Remember their motto. When it positively doesn't have to be any here on time. What do these pilots expect? Management can't pull a rabbit out of a hat. There's no demand. Better than being unemployed. Next news. Short selling ban sparks biggest rally in Korean stocks since 2020. Bloomberg. South Korean stocks soared after the country reimposed a full ban on short selling, a controversy. Move that regulators said was needed to stop the illegal use of a trading tactic deployed regularly by hedge funds and other investors around the world. Most read from Bloomberg. Amazon's Jeff Bezos announces move to Miami from Seattle. Sam Bankman-Fried convicted of fraud in stunning FTX crash. Biggest cross-asset rally this year takes Wall Street by storm. Iceland's Blue Lagoon on alert. Foe. Below are your comments. Congress give me this, Fed give me this, Treasury Department give me this, FSOC give me this. Shorting should be banned. Forever. It's just market manipulation. Only benefiting crooked hedge funds and the likes. Even if we just had an uptick rule in U.S. markets again, it would stop massive manipulation. Sounds like they all anticipate a market decline. They are seeing a rise in illegal naked short selling, so instead of enforcing the law, they slap a ban on all short selling. Next news. Dow Jones futures rise after market's best week of 2023. How aggressive should you be? Investors Business Daily. Time to act carefully as the market rally revs up. Warren Buffett's Berkshire reported strong earnings and a record cash pile. Nvidia leads stocks near buy points. Below are your comments. The trick to making money in the market is to buy when the news is bad and sell when the news is good. We've had one good week. It seems that the experts are evenly split on which way the market is about to go. That means that you should just leave your money in good stocks or ETFs and hope for the best. Yes, a great week for me. KSS, BAC, 6, TSLA. With one more great gain sale next week. Bros. I don't understand these buy signals financial folks talk about. If I followed these trends, I wouldn't make the gains I have for decades. Buying low and selling high. I don't. Yeah, the big market rally after 43 week of downhill. I pronounce. Same history. Next news. Legendary investor Charlie Munger blasted gamblers, touted Heinz and Hermes, and revealed Warren Buffett's views in a rare interview this week. Here are his 22 best quotes. Business Insider. Warren Buffett's business partner trashed VCs, shared his recipe for success, and pointed out a big difference between Heinz ketchup and Kraft cheese. Below are your comments. Happy upcoming birthday, Mr. Munger. I wish I would be as healthy as Mr. Buffett and Mr. Munger when I am over 90 years old. Winking face. Happy 100th birthday, Mr. Munger. Munger, speculators, day traders, short sellers, venture capitalists, etc., are all part of a free market. Without them there won't be such a thing. He has made the world a better place by being far above average in both intellect and work ethic. Some he was born with, but most was achieved on his own. His good luck happened in meeting Buffett, and vice versa. Wealthy people get criticized. Some is deserved for being unethical and some is just are. Next news. Big pension sold Nvidia, Intel, Ford, and GM stock. Barron's.com. Oregon's pension, one of the largest in the U.S., slashed positions in chipmakers Nvidia and Intel, and automakers Ford and GM in the third quarter. Below are your comments. They sold into the worst flops for the market in recent memory? I wouldn't let them manage my lunch money. Oregon is so pretty. They need Orkin. Consider the seller. As a contrarian investor, especially when it comes to liberal investors, I would take the opposite side of those trades. It costs more to live in Oregon and they're still going broke. Taking a page out of New York and Illinois playbook. What are they shifting to green investments to lose even more money? Huge mistake. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.